Hello, Ramily and other NFL family. Happy New Year. This is likely going to be my final video of 2025. And I've had an amazing year making Rams content on this channel and just talking about Rams with people from all over the world. It's been a lot of fun. And whether you're a Rams fan or an NFL fan, or for some reason you just want to click on this video, thanks for tuning on in. In this video, I just want to celebrate Rams content creators. I'm going to go through them one by one. These are channels that I've watched at some point in 2025, and some of them were new to me this year. Some I've been watching for a couple of years. Some I've collaborated with. That's been a great honor. And I thought it'd be fun ending off 2025 celebrating Rams YouTubers. And to all of you who watch Rams content, thank you so much, because without you guys watching this, none of us would probably have channels that are growing like they are. So I want to just say thank you to anyone who watches Rams content on YouTube. And of course, please comment below if there's a content creator that I somehow missed. That's very likely, and please accept my humble apologies if I did miss anyone. I tried to get as many off the top of my head that I know I watch consistently, and I would love to hear if there is someone I missed. Put them in the comments below, and I'll be sure to go check them out and subscribe to their channel. So let's get this started. I'm going to celebrate Rams content creators one by one and in no particular order. The first one, it's going to go to the goldenrambuzz podcast with Damon and Sal, who Sal was the Rams 2023 fan of the year, and Damon is actually the 2025 fan of the year. So really cool, and congratulations to both of them. I know their content is cool. They're local LA fans, and I always enjoy listening in on kind of what the local vibes are. That's something I can't offer on my channel. And so I appreciate any of the local Rams fans that can kind of give some insight into the local experience for, LA Ram fans. But definitely shout out to Golden Rams Buzz podcast. Love seeing how they're consistent. Their channel's growing. Excited for that. This next one here is Rams Talk with Trent. Now, Trent doesn't post that much. I don't think he's posted in a couple of years. I want to put him on here though, because to my knowledge, he was like the first Rams YouTuber. And if you're out there, miss you, man. Would love to see you go live or release a video. I know you got stuff going on. I have collaborated with Trent before in the past, and he is always welcome on my channel. But yeah, just wanted to shout out Rams Talk with Trent. Next up is the RamsUpPodcast network. Now, Mark and Ian, I know they have a couple other co-hosts that join them, but these guys have been putting in the work. It's been so cool to see their channel take off this year. I've collaborated with Mark from the RamsUpPodcast network a few times, and would definitely do that again. But I think Mark and Ian, they have a really good chemistry with each other, and it's been cool to see their reactions, post games and things like that. So keep up the great work, and you want to make sure you're subscribed to all these content creators, and they're all linked below. But the Rams podcast network has been really a big blessing to me this year. Sports Talk Rams, another local Ram to kind of the California area, and I'll admit they're new to me as of like kind of the past 2 months. But I've enjoyed their content. It's pretty down to earth. If I were to describe it as a tell it like it is sort of podcast, I know that's kind of a big terminology in sports. But a lot of people say like, oh, I tell it like it is. But like Sports Talk Rams really does tell it to like it is, and great raw podcast, and been blessed by their Rams talk. The Rams Bros. Yes. Oh man, the Rams Bros have been around for a while, and I'll say this: I would love to collab with them. I think I've interacted with them on Twitter and in their comment section. Really cool guys. The Ram Brothers. I know they've had like some big guests. Like I know Jordan Rodriguez has been on their channel. Kevin Dimoff has been on their channel. Yeah, more local guys. Definitely, a good subscription to have there. And yeah, I've been very blessed by a lot of their interviews that they've had, and just it's they have that chemistry of brothers where they'll put like little jabs at each other, but they're best friends. It's pretty cool. Rams House TV, Rams House TV. Jalen and Snoop. I've interacted with them. I've collabed with them. I know they do a lot more on Instagram, but every now and then they'll drop an episode to YouTube. And can't say enough good things about Jalen and Snoop. They're fun guys, super fun guys. Love the vibe. They're best friends to my knowledge, and yeah, big fans of what they do. And again, I know they do a lot on Instagram, but whenever they post on YouTube, make sure to check it out. And if you're on Instagram, make sure to go give them a follow. Jake Ellenbogen. Oh man, Jake, it's been so cool to see Jake take off the way that he has. I'm pretty sure he has the most subscribers in terms of like a Rams content creator who does weekly, daily, almost daily content and analysis. Jake, I know it's been cool to see him just experiment between shorts and lives and standalone videos. It's been really impressive to see his career just kind of grow into what it is. And as far as I know, he's a full-time content creator. I've been blessed to collab with him before. I haven't in a while, but I would love to again. Maybe after the NFL season is over, I'll send Jake a message and we'll collab. But it's been cool to see his success. I will say my favorite Jake Ellenbogen videos and content that he does is his draft analysis. He legit makes me a way better fan because Jake has just this analytical mind, and he's really gifted at finding those deep prospects. And for a team like the Rams, when you're covering them, they haven't had first round picks, and maybe that's why Jake's so good at it. Is you gotta learn the players that are gonna be those mid to late round gems, right? And Jake has done a really good job at being able to cover the Rams. And his co-host Alexis, I know she's often on with him, either on his channel or on Downtown Rams. But yeah, it's been really cool to see Jake Ellenbogen do what he's been doing, and I'm excited to see. I fully expect him to be probably the first Rams content creator to get to 100,000 subscribers and beyond. But it's cool to see what Jake's been doing. And I fully expect it's going to be cool to see what happens in the years to come with Jake Ellenbogen. Joe T Sports. Oh, Joe. Yeah, Pastor Joe. So Joe's a pastor, but he has this channel. He calls it Rams View. And he's become one of my favorite live streamers to pop in on. He's great at engaging with people in the comment sections. He is a local to California. He's got a book about the Rams, and yeah, highly recommend subscribing to Joe T Sports and watching his Rams View lives. He's really great, and I think what's fun about him is he's critical, but he's fair, and then at the same time, when you ask him a question, he's really good at kind of expand. And you could ask him like the most basic questions ever, like, do you think Sean McVay likes the color blue or something? And it's just cool to see like what his facial reaction is. He's kind of an animated personality, and you can definitely tell he's a pastor. I could see him preaching. And but on his channel he talks about Rams, and Joe's become one of my favorite content creators to follow when he goes lives, and he's really good at engaging with the comments. Locked on Rams with Travis and DMAC. Yeah, Locked on Rams has been interesting because I know they're part of a podcast network. And I actually collaborated with Sosa, who used to host Locked on Rams. And it's been really cool to see DMAC and Travis gain their chemistry throughout the years, and like they're over 20,000 subscribers, which is really cool. One of the most consistent content creators on the platform in Locked On Rams. And yeah, I if you're out following them, they're a good follow. I enjoy their squad show. Um, they'll have Michael Brockers come on that, which is always cool. So yeah, Locked On Rams. I know they're part of that Locked On network community, but I when I compare their Locked On show to a lot of other Locked On shows, I do think that Travis and DMAC do a really great job on it there. So yeah, shout out Locked On Rams. Oh, okay, pardon me. EllabellitaLovesSlots. Okay, this is a kind of different Rams channel. So Ella doesn't necessarily talk about like Rams specifically, but she does a lot of videos about like SoFi and going to Rams games or watching Rams games. Kind of an LA local season ticket holder to SoFi. And yeah, I've learned a lot just from checking out her channel. So I get she's got over 45,000 subscribers, which is awesome. I know she does other stuff, but I had to put her on there just because she does a lot of stadium tours. You can kind of see here there at, inside of SoFi in 4K, and so especially if you've never been to SoFi, it's really cool to kind of get a window into it with her channel. Next, okay, pardon my Spanish. Okay, this is a okay. I looked it up here. Googled this one here. Pronounce carneroslatinos. Yeah, carneroslatinos. Yes, a Rams fan channel who hosts actually speaks Spanish. So for people who Spanish is their primary language, this is definitely a channel to check out. I've became aware of their channel last spring, I believe. That's when we kind of first interacted. I've talked to them on Instagram, and yeah, really excited for this channel. I think it's an important channel in the Rams content creator space, just because there are a lot of Ram fans that their first language is Spanish. So yeah, um, Carneros Latinos. Pardon my Spanish, but yes, big fan of what they're doing. All right, next up, CervinRamsPodcast here, and I just became aware of Servin about I want to say like 3 months ago. It was this season. He's only got 58 subscribers, guys, but like fun channel, fun channel. He's a cool guy. He posts a lot of shorts, and yeah, I happy to kind of let people know about him, and yeah, he's got some fun reactions. I appreciate channels like his because often his opinion is one I haven't heard before, and so it could be a lot of these channels are that way where like we talk about the same things but we have kind of different perspectives and takes on it. So yeah, Serving Rams podcast, check it out. RamsDigest. This is a channel that's come on the scene. I think these digest channels are part of this digest media. It's similar to Locked On Rams, so it's kind of like a podcast network. But this channel is very active. I've they're I'll be honest, I've learned a lot from their thumbnails. They're really good. They're really good at making thumbnails. But they do provide some really interesting perspectives to it, and they've had a couple of different personalities. I'm not exactly sure who the number one host is on it. But yeah, this is a channel that is been growing a lot this past year in the Rams content creator space on YouTube. First and Tuna. Oh man. First and Tuna podcast. So I interact with Tuna every now and then. I know he has his show with Sheriff Joe Bags, who I'll talk about in a moment. But First and Tuna has been a really cool channel. I love his film breakdowns. And honestly, this I think Tuna is eventually gonna, because he is a local, and I know he did a bunch of stuff at like Rams camp and stuff like that. So like he does bring a reporter mindset, but he has the passion with a fan into it. So yeah, big fan of First and Tuna. I'm really excited to see what happens with this channel in the next couple of years. And I think the sky's the limit for First and Tuna. He lives in the LA area, and I think his passion and work ethic. You see he posts quite consistently, and he's definitely got some great content that I've learned a lot from, especially like with his film breakdowns. Ah, yes, the East Coast Rams podcast channel. This is a fun podcast. I've collabed with them before. It looks like they're live right now, which is awesome. But definitely go check out East Coast Rams. Again, another fan experience. I always encourage with fan channels. It's good to just like check them out, see if you vibe, right? See if you connect with them, and it's pretty easy to vibe with the East Coast Rams podcast. They're pretty chill guys, and I especially like it. They're pretty good at interacting on Twitter. If you if you tweet at them or whatever it is, I guess it's called X now, whatever. But yeah, East Coast Rams, great channel to subscribe to, and I look forward to seeing more of their stuff, and I hope to collab with them soon. All right, and I gotta talk about ToonLinkMain here. Now, ToonLink, he's kind of an interesting Rams content creator because he's got a bunch of stuff going on his channel, as you can tell by his banner. But he does post these Ram fans' bizarre reactions. I've collaborated with him before. Really cool guy, really really friendly guy, and can't say enough good things about ToonLinkMain. I know he's pretty active in the Grossi Posse and just like the NFL kind of YouTube space as a whole. And make sure to give ToonLinkMain a subscription. Okay, the Ramily Sports Report with Rudy. Yes, I have met Rudy before. I've interacted with him. Great guy. Love the guy. Love the guy. He's so good at trash talking Niners fans. I feel like sometimes Niners fans will just interact with his channel just because they like to have their have their their fill of trash talk. But no, Ramily Sports Report with Rudy. Can't say enough good things about him. I mean, look at that picture right there. You know this guy is awesome. Another local fan who gives a perspective of the Ramilia that I learned from and I'm thankful for. And so yeah, Rudy, and definitely when he goes live, he's really good at interacting with people in the comments as well. So check out the Ramily Sports Report. House of Horns, yes, House of Horns. I'm trying to think. I found out about them a while ago, and yeah, again, they have really good post game reactions and conversations. It's fun to just sort of listen in on. I've at times like after a Rams game or something, and I bounce around to different Rams content creators who are doing post game reaction, but I enjoy House of Horns a lot. And the other type of thing that like even if you're just sort of doing the dishes or laundry or something, you have them on and listen in on some good old fashioned Rams talk. On Point Live, yes, with Vince Ferragamo and Jackie Slater. Two Rams legends who have a YouTube channel. It's very well produced, they very high quality, and I enjoy hearing their perspectives on it. And I would encourage people, if you're not subscribed to them, go subscribe, turn the bell notifications on, and listen on to what they have to say. It's cool. I love hearing intelligent people talk about what they're intelligent about, and just Vince and Jackie offer a perspective that just is unlike any other, based on their life experience. So yeah, big fan of On Point Live. The Ramsoholic. Now, Ramsoholic has not posted in a while. I know every now and then he'll show up in comment sections, and he's active on Twitter. But Ramsoholic, if you're seeing this, would love to see you post a video again. Shout out to you. I know you probably got some stuff going on in life and things like that. I, as a content creator myself, I totally get that. But yeah, I wanted to shout him out. I know he's posted a lot of content in the past that's really blessed me, and always good for some solid Rams conversations. All right, I'm getting into the final two, and I gotta talk about these two together. So I'll be honest, these two I talk with almost daily. Rams Showcase with Sheriff Joe Bags, and then Rams House, who, if you watch my channel, you know I have a show with him every Wednesday. And yeah, Rams Showcase and Rams House, they've been two of the people on this platform that have, I would say, just on a personal level, really helped me learn how to be a Rams YouTuber, right? And all these content creators I've talked about before, I've taken things from, I've learned from, and I watch consistently. But Rams Showcase here, he Sheriff Joe has a weekly show called Rams Showcase that often in my line of work, like my job that actually pays my bills, I'm traveling a lot. I'm on the road a lot, and I love listening to his show that comes out once a week, and he provides great in depth analysis, and really feels like you're just sitting there with Joe having a good time. His fan queso sections are amazing. You can literally ask him any questions as long as it's Rams related, and Joe will answer it. And I've asked him some ridiculous questions, so thank you, Joe, for taking my insane, ridiculous questions over the years. But definitely make sure you're subscribed to Ram Showcase. Sheriff Joe's, he's been doing it a long time too. I think with Joe, it's cool because I started listening to Joe before I started making my channel, and I never thought I would get to the place where like me and Joe are just friends now, and like we message each other, which is pretty cool. And of course, Rams House. Rams House, it's funny. Me and him for years, and I mean years, talked about doing a weekly show together. And finally this year, we were like, yeah, let's do it. And we didn't have a name and stuff, but now we host a show together every Wednesday called First Down Rams. And really another similar to Joe, just someone who's really encouraged me on the platform in this Rams creator space. And I'm very thankful for everything that David has done in my life, and I'm excited to see his channel grow. He does some incredible game previews, and often when there's a story that's not being talked about, Rams House is one of the first people to be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna make a video about that. So thank you so much, David. Appreciate everything that you've done, not just in the Rams content creator space, but as a friend as well. So everyone, that's gonna do it for me in this video. Again, I didn't. I'm sure there's someone I missed. I'm someone I missed, and if I missed you, I apologize. And if you're someone who likes Rams content, I encourage you check out all these channels. Would love to see this space grow in 2026 even more than it did in 2025. It's been really cool to see it take off, and we will definitely, I'm sure all these content creators got some great videos coming in the pipeline. And if you're still watching, thank you so much for tuning on in. Happy New Year, and as always, go Rams, horns up, and peace out. Let's go Rams.